What's happening, everybody? You know who it is. It's your boy Cook, back with another episode of the More Music Podcast. I'm here today. This episode right here is something new. You know what I'm saying? I'm here today for a Boom Sound collab, Boom Sound Factory collab. You know what I'm saying? Today I have a very special guest with me, Beaz. What's going on, brother?
What's up, my boy? How you?
Good, man. Good, man. Appreciate you for joining me. So, let's go ahead and hop into it, bro. First off, let everybody know, obviously I already said your name, but let everybody know where you're from and who you repping.
I'm Beaz, man. I'm from Bern, North Carolina.
Okay. Okay.
SBE, man. Sea Breeze Entertainment, K2 Time. Shout out my manager, man, Christopher Moore. Shout out Boom. Shout out Lavelle, man. You know how we coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out Vale, man. Shout out Vale. So let's talk about you and how you got started in the music. Like what got you into music, being from New Bern.
I mean, really the homies, bro. Like they was rapping. This was when we was in middle school. Like they was rapping, and it was really just a culture thing.
Okay.
Like they was rapping, I started rapping, and I just had a natural talent for it. Like I was going harder than dudes that was already rapping. So I was like, I just kept going with it. And now, like, it just got to a point where it was so much going on with my life. Because when I first started rapping, it was just fairy tale rap. You know, people, we young, rapping about other people's lives for real. But as I got older, things started happening in my life that I could, like, rap about. So everything got authentic. And that's when stuff changed. Like, people can, like, hear it when you really going through it. So like when I first started, it was just fairy tales, man. I was just rapping about stuff that I had seen, stuff that I seen the big bros doing. But round about when I got older, things started getting real. So I just started rapping about what was going on in my life.
Well, shit, let's talk about that because you said stuff got real for you multiple times. What exactly got real for you? How did life hit you?
I mean, when I was 19, like I done been to 2 trials before, man. When I was 19, I was charged me with attempted murder. I beat that trial. And by that time, I thought I was John Gotti, man. I had to go through some things. Because, I used to think that lifestyle was the thing to be. That's what I was around, But as I got older, going through some things just made me realize that it ain't about that, man. It's about feeding your family and staying out here so you can provide.
Yeah,
But
that's real. That's
you
real.
gotta things first to understand that.
That's facts. I mean, like, so how old are you now?
I don't say my age, my
Oh,
guy.
okay, for sure. Respect. Now, I mean, just I was asking that because, like, just to attest to growing up and being a man. You feel me? And knowing what the real responsibilities are in life. You know what I'm saying? So, who were some inspirations that as far as your sound? Who were some people that you heard? You was like, I like that, and I feel like I can, not sound the same or similar, but take it and put my own twist to it.
Man, like Styles, Jada. I grew up listening to them boys that was hard, Like Wayne, of course. Wayne took over the world at one point in time. Like
Facts. That OA run was crazy.
Everybody was just rocking. Dipset, they was a big like Joel's, Cameron. I grew up listening to Hove, Nas, but then it got to a point where we started busting yop. So I started listening to Gucci. I started listening to all type of crazy. So like it's diverse. Like I like music in general, man. I like bars. I like turn up shit. It's just all around with me.
As though you gotta have that all around music ear, you know what I'm saying, to be able to make some quality shit. So I feel that. I feel that. So Time Will Tell. You dropped that in January. Talk about that album, the process, you went through to make that. What inspired it?
Really, man, like just going in the studio rapping about stuff that was going on. Like Time Will Tell is really like shout out Big Bro, shout out Queens, man. Like the bros know what I'm talking about, but it's really a culture thing. Like Time Will Tell is deeper than the name. Like and I'm just keep it at that. So I was just rapping about stuff I was going through, bro. Like out there in the trenches with it, like for real. I was just rapping about what was going on. And everybody told me like, yo, you need to start taking it serious. You need to start taking it serious. So this was really like the first tape that I dropped, that I got everything like mixed and mastered and made sure everything was set up so I could get paid for it. I was really just doing I got a lot of tapes out, bro, that people don't know about. Like tapes on Spinrilla when I was just doing it for the fun, not even thinking about no money, like just going in. So this tape was really like, all right, I'm about to start taking this thing serious for real. Like I ain't just about to keep putting out a bunch of free shit. Had the homies like, yo, that's hard. Like you get tired of hearing that. Like you gotta get I gotta get a worldwide fan base, bro. The homies just ain't gonna get it. So it's like certain things I had to do different. Like I had to start taking this serious. I had to start like really understanding what I'm worth and like stop being 50-50 with it and go all in, because I was 1 foot in the streets, 1 foot rapping. Like now I'm just focused on rapping, but I done did so much out there I could talk about it. Like on that.
So I could tell in your music, it's kind of like therapy for you. You know what I'm saying? So you do you go to therapy?
I've been to therapy a couple times, bro.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Okay.
I've been I don't go now, but I done been to a few therapy sessions.
Well, that's good. That's good. I was asking that because, like, like I said, I can tell you put your heart into it. I can tell you put your, it's therapy to you. You basically putting, what, like you said, the stuff that you've been through on paper or in your music. You know what I'm saying? So just keep, you know what I'm saying? Keep doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not going to therapy, keep that mental space. Cause you know what I'm saying? A lot of us brothers, we need to be out the street, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It ain't for us. You know what I mean? We might think it is, but you know what I'm saying? We got to stay out there, like you said earlier, provide for your family and be responsible. So that's real. I commend you for that, for real.
What it's about, bro. And we ain't in the 80s no more. Like people
Nah,
telling now. It's
facts.
like it ain't even the same.
That's real. That's real. So that brings me to my next question. I remember very last song on the album, the real last
Yeah.
song. Honestly, my personal favorite on the album. You ended it off with a very heartfelt message at the end. Just talk about that song and how it meant to you to, process that as you made that song.
Man, that song is crazy, man, because it's like real life facts. And I got a couple guys like that was in the mix with me, like with certain situations, like all them names that I'm saying, like these are real life people. This is real life situations. So that song that song was an emotional song because I thought about all the stuff I did, like the heartache, like the backstabbings, like dudes that I used to rock with, I don't rock with no more, that I was close with then and I ain't close with now, over some money or some jealousy or some female, whatever. So like that track was just telling the whole story about how it was, like, and how it is now.
That's real. That's real. So your past music, Recovery 101, you dropped that in 2020, correct?
Yeah, I dropped that in 2020.
So talk about that because that, like I mentioned, that's some real deep shit. You know what I'm saying? You really bled on that. So talk about, what that album mean to you and what it's about, really.
And that was the first album I ever made, like clean, like sober. Like I was always, like I was,
Mm.
bro. Like we pop yachts, we did Molly, man, we did perks and shit. So like I consider myself an addict. So when I made that album, I just got real vulnerable. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna let these people in for real, like. Cause we be trying to exaggerate on our music, try to make it like everything is cool all the time. Everything ain't sweet all the time, bro.
That's
Like
real.
go through things, man. People need to hear that. People can relate to that more. It's a lot of people that's going through that. That's just, probably afraid to talk about it on a larger scale. So I just let people know, man, it's cool to rap about what you really been through, man, and like coming out on the other side better than you was before. So yeah, I was addicted to opioids. I got shot and the doctors gave them to me for like 6 months.
Mm.
that, man. Like I was addicted to them. So I did a lot of things that I never thought that I would have done, just chasing that, not trying to get sick. So when I finally got clean about it, I rapped about it, man. And like a lot of people love that album. To be honest, I was shaky about putting it out because man, I got real vulnerable up there, bro. Like, I was talking about some stuff. So, but yeah, like people still rocking to that one this day. A lot of people don't know about that. Like that album, like the new people that I'm around, like the new circle. A lot of people don't know about that one.
Do you ever like express what you went through in the past to that new circle, or you kind of keep it to yourself?
I mean, yeah, it depends on like how we rocking. Like it depends. Like if it's a personal level, then yeah, I'm gonna do that. But if it's just big, it just depends, man. Like some people don't need to know all that.
Yeah, that's real. But I like that you did that because you never know. Somebody that could be listening to your shit might be going through the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying? They might went through the exact same stuff the same way you did. And they fighting an addiction too. May not realize it, but when you put it out on Front Street that you went through and they hear the things that you were doing, like they're like, damn, I was doing the same thing. And it's gonna make them realize and make them either try to get help or just go cut cold turkey. You feel me? So
That's a fact.
I appreciate you for doing that because that was some real vulnerability. That was some real ass shit that
Yeah,
most people won't actually do, especially not in music. So I appreciate that for real. That was dope.
I appreciate that, bro. For
That was dope.
real.
So talk. I mean, if you can, like, talk about your recovery, like, and how hard that was to even do something that you obviously would maybe have doing while high before, and you had to make some music sober. Like, did you like it at first? Like, did you think it sounded good?
I was like iffy about it, man. Like I ain't like I knew it was hard. Like I'm just confident in my music. Like honestly, bro, I feel like I go harder than a lot of people, bro. So it's just that confidence. But the first one, like just the first album making with no drugs, like it just made me realize that I never needed that. Like you're a real artist for real, like that shit is in you. It ain't nothing that you need to take to enhance anything. Like it's in you for real. Like if you got it, you got it. So that's what that album taught me. So it was a little weird at first because I was always used to, getting lit, going in the studio, doing what I do. But after a while it just became second nature. Like this is what I do. So just kept coming with it, bro.
That's dope. That's dope. So besides that, you said that's something that that album taught you in your music totality, in your whole music catalog, career, everything you've been doing as far as, being an artist. What have you learned the most about yourself and the music industry?
Man, I learned the most that it's like, man, it's about your work ethic with this thing. Like you can be the most talented rapper out there. Like if you're not working hard, man, if you're not every day beating the pavement and trying to make yourself better, because you gotta think about it. Everybody trying to rap now. So what's gonna set you apart? What's gonna set you apart from everybody else? You can be hard. There's a lot of people that can rap. But hard work beat talent. Talent don't work hard, man. I remember when Jada said that, and it was true. Like, you gotta go crazy and you gotta want it, man. So that's what I learned. Like, cause I just used to be cocky, just thinking that my bars was gonna like be the reason why I took off. I ain't had to work hard. Like, I'm hard. Like, nah, that's not it. So, just getting around some people that were business minded and know about the business side of this thing, man. That's what I'm focused on now, like the business side, because that's what's gonna set me apart from everybody. Like knowing about your BMIs and your ass caps and your distro kids and your CD babies and your publishers and just getting everything legit official. So when you dropping an album, it's certain things that people don't get paid for that they should be getting paid for just because they don't know the knowledge. But we living in the age of technology now. All you got to do is Google. Back then it might have been worse because we ain't have the internet or whatever. But now it's like no excuse. Like Google, damn your daddy. You want to know something? All you got.
That's real.
No cap. So yeah, like just the business side, man. You gotta be business savvy with this thing. You gotta work and you gotta understand. Like everybody trying to do this. So you got to do something to set you apart. But, you know, if you got a dream, follow that shit, man. If others can make it, you can too. Just how bad.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's real. I like that, bro. You said a word. Yeah, I swear to God, you preaching, bro. So, I heard you mention Kiss a couple times, Jadakiss. What's your favorite verse by him? I should say.
It's a lot of them, man. I know, like, it was one of them joints where he be like, I forgot the name of the song, but he was like, "Little niggas a killer nigga, come home and they still only 20 something. Ignorant right now, money's nothing. All the fear is out. Few real niggas to hear him out. Probably go back for the years out. Weed bitches and gears, all they care about. Al Qaeda, Jada, I'm coming to air him out." It's so many joints from Jada though. Like that's just one that be sticking with me, bro.
Top 5 lyricists dead or alive, man. I swear to God, he is.
Yes, he is,
bro. I swear. Hey, man. Beaz, I appreciate your time, bro. I'm gonna leave this last portion of this the interview for you to give any shout outs. Let everybody know where they can follow you, where they can find your music, and any upcoming shows or any upcoming music that you got coming out.
Man, shout out Big Bro. Shout out Di Valentine, man. Shout out my manager, man, Christopher Moore. Shout out Lavelle. Shout out Boom Sound. Shout out Sony Music, man. We going to the top. K2 times. Shout out Slim. Watch out, he another artist, man. Like Slim Intuition, he hard, man. Young boy. And you can follow me on Instagram, Cuban Link V1, KUBANLINK V1. Twitter, Upscale Beaz. Facebook, Stephen Best. You know, shout out New Bern City, man. Shout out to God. Shout out my family. Shout out mommy. I love you. We going up.
That's real. That's real. Hey, man, it's the Moon Beaz Podcast. Boom Sound Collab. We out.
Boom.